got me into this shit again.
Well, you asked for this, and I'm just the one trying to make you a better person, baby girl.
Shut the fuck up with that piece of shit.
You love it, and you will fucking take this axe to the face. Oh, hey guys, what's up? I'm sorry. I'm here with Ira again, Cuban Dad.
Hello, everyone.
This will be Halloween Ends actual spoiler review this time. So, Ira, we both agreed that the movie actually wasn't bad and it actually was worth seeing, right?
Yep, we did.
How did the movie start out?
Well, all honesty, it started off with just the radio of how anybody would just hear off on the news.
Mhm.
Like they would just hear what's going on, then they would mention the serial killer.
Mhm.
How long has it been? In which it actually got a good point. Given the fact that it showed many years ago how it was, but given the fact that we got this new kid coming in, I wasn't expecting that it was going to be, well, how it was going to be in the end. Honestly, I thought that he was going to be like either a survivor or someone that actually was traumatized by Michael.
True. So it kind of subverts the expectations in the beginning, like mostly like a lot of horror movies. It starts out with like the killer killing some random person in the beginning, right?
Yep.
This actually does something different. We start out with some kind of college kid, like basically babysitting for some kind of spoiled brat, you know, that kind of jazz. And basically the little kid is having trouble sleeping, wetting his bed, bullshit kind of shit like that. Because the whole Michael Myers story, like it's the boogeyman now, everyone's afraid of him. So the teenager's like taking care of him, you know, just doing the whole jazz of everything, and then they're watching like the horror movie, The Thing, and everything. And then the teenager's like, hey, you know, let's go to sleep. And the little kid, I'm not gonna lie, it's funny as fuck. The little kid like literally is dissing the college kid. I'm like, damn, bro, you're really just letting him diss you like that? Whatever.
I thought he was like a high schooler, honestly.
You thought he was high school? It sounded like he was in college or something like that.
Well, that depends. I mean, most high schools will actually have degrees and such like that.
True. Okay, so maybe he was in high school. I don't know. It doesn't really specify.
It depends. I mean, it depends on what you're actually studying for. But we're getting off topic.
Yeah, but like the college/high school kid walks away, and then shit's going down. You know, like the kid disappears, stuff's being moved around, and you know we're all thinking it's Michael Myers or something. You know, weird. The kid locks the teenager in the closet, and like the kid's fucking around with the teenager, like just fucking with him. And we see like the parents about to come in, and he's getting angry. He's like kicking the door, like kicking it, until eventually he kicks it so hard that it hits the kid, and he just goes BAM! Splat. Like this was actually an awesome scene of you just see the kid's body just contort and twist and everything, and it was like, damn, bro.
It was like literally watching tomatoes splatter on a high ground.
It was crazy. And then basically that's where the movie starts off with saying, basically this kid, his life has gone to hell and everything, and it kind of goes into this like monologue or montage. What would you say?
I would say the second one.
A montage?
Yeah.
A montage of basically the main character, Laurie?
Yes.
Laurie is kind of basically explaining that since Michael Myers has terrified this town so much that people have pretty much kind of like been killing each other, and like a fear of hysteria going like, fuck it, like it's just massive hysteria going on, you know, and it not massive but like small town hysteria. And so it's kind of got a little bit like extra and everything crazy. And then we cut back a little bit. And so now Laurie is like now recovering. She's feeling better. She's trying to move on. Yeah, right?
Yeah, rebuild.
Yeah, and so it's kind of like that. And we kind of get the what's going on with her and her, I believe, that's her granddaughter?
Yes.
Her granddaughter and shit like that going on. And it seems to be going well for them. And then throughout that, we cut back to the main teenager that fucking killed that kid. His life has gone down the shitter, but
in which, in reality, sometimes it would be like that. It would scar you, really turn you to something else. In which that's how most of society would actually put most people into. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Very fucked up.
No, yeah. And do you want to go on the next segment part?
Now, basically, you're going all along in this, and I'm just gonna let you.
Well, okay, I don't want to go I don't want to go through the whole goddamn movie, but like the next basically we're seeing how sad this kid's life is. He's not working the best job, you know. Everyone kind of treats him like a pariah or like a freak, and so he's getting bullied by. This is what I find funny. He's getting bullied by band jocks. Mm-hmm. Band jocks are like bullying him and giving him crap, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Honestly, whenever time I see like a high school, I was expecting like a typical jock.
Yeah, so they're trying to subvert the expectations here, so it was funny.
I never thought I would be a jock band. Boy, how the mighty has fallen.
It was funny. So they kind of did that whole thing where he's being bullied. Laurie kind of like takes him in and nurtures him, and then we get this out of nowhere love interest, like completely out of nowhere. It's just like, boom, slap in your face. Oh, they like each other. Laurie's granddaughter. I forgot what is the granddaughter's name?
Shit, I forgot.
I don't think they really say it that much, do they?
No, they did not say it that much.
Laurie's granddaughter basically, like looks at this dude that basically is going through the shit and she's like, I see you as a person. I'm like, okay, I guess.
Well, I mean, sometimes whenever you see someone in pain and if they've gone through the same situation as you might as well comfort them and hoping that they would be a lot more better.
He's got a point there. So, you know what? As I said, I wasn't sold off it, but as the movie progressed, they start like hanging out and doing things, and you see his trauma sometimes resurfacing and her trauma. And then this okay, so as I said, this is a very slow beginning. It starts out very slow. Like, I think they're just building up the characters, building up the new one, and I actually didn't mind. I actually liked this slow burn. What do you think?
Yeah, I felt like it was a little too slow.
Really? So should they progress everything faster?
Honestly, I was expecting more of the gore or violence already half point of the movie.
Mm-hmm. So okay, so you don't think they should have taken the time to develop these characters and their love interest more or not?
Well, if you're trying to end like the sequel, I would get it that you want to have this last moment with these people, and make sure that they at least have their own little moments here and there. Mm-hmm. But sometimes I want to get to the blood, get to the gore.
So I agree. Compared to most of the Halloween, the horror movies, this was actually kind of slow. I didn't mind it, but I get other people do because they just want to be that, like, kill these motherfuckers. And it does towards like the middle and third act. It just ramps up. But a lot of like the beginning first part was just basically building up this, and I felt like I was watching a TV show. Actually, I was like, am I watching a TV show? Because it felt like I was like, it wasn't much going up other than giving us tidbits of the characters, what's going on with them. And as I said, what gets really interesting is the main character again gets bullied by the fucking pancakes. I'm sorry, I find it funny, bro.
Well, actually, he got more traumatized when the mom came back of that bratty kid in the beginning.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. So this was like basically Laurie's granddaughter and him went on a little Halloween kind of thing to a bar, and then I don't know. I think they did this just to be like going like, hey, no, you don't deserve happiness, and like the kid that died by the main character, the mother is at the bar like drinking her shit down, and she sees the guy happy, and she just goes ballistic on him, going like, you don't deserve it, anything. It was just very hardcore.
In which that's what most people will actually go through.
So I agree with that. So yeah,
blaming, in which instead of healing, they just want to continue blaming. In which that's just much more pain towards towards yourself, towards others that you love. It's just horrible.
No, but yeah, so that happened. But yeah, back to the Band Geeks. My bad. They basically they fuck with him, and one of the fucking Band Geeks pushes over a bridge, and they all think he's dead, so they just drive away, and we're like, okay, I guess he's dead or not, I don't know. But then we just see his body being pulled into something, and eventually we get into where it is. It's like Michael is like hiding underneath this like tunnel sewer area,
which I thought was actually pretty neat.
And so the main character wakes up, and Michael's like fucking choking him, like choking the guy, and then all of a sudden they're like having an eye off shit going on, and Michael lets him go. And that was the biggest part, going like, did they do soul transference right there or something, or I don't know. they never really specify what happened. But a lot of it then goes up to where the main character now has his newfound confidence and he has his desire to kill people. He basically starts getting like more like acting like a bad boy and everything. You know, you see, he's transformed into this bad boy. He gets tempered.
Well, not a bad boy, more like what Michael wanted. He wants someone new. He wants either an apprentice or someone that will just continue this sort of madness and fear.
And that's what it kind of felt like it was leading to, because like then the kid would constantly go back to Michael's like, hey, and he would actually like drag bars like, show me how to do it, show me how to kill. And you see Michael just like limping at first until he eventually pulls out a dagger and starts killing this dude. And then eventually you just see Michael's sad, pathetic state transform into like
former
authoritative, powerful state. And it's like, damn. And the kid is slowly starting to do the same thing. Like he has a quick temper. He's just angry all the time, and he's trying to convince Laurie's granddaughter, like, "Hey, let's just burn it all fucking down." And that's why I'm saying he's going to be bad boy attitude. Like he just doesn't give a shit about other than Laurie's granddaughter. And she just like head over heels over in life. She's like, "Oh, I love you, baby girl. I love you. I love you." And this is just extra, which I kind of buy it. It's like they're both damaged, lost souls, and they kind of have like this attraction towards each other.
Yep.
And then we basically it's a lot of like that, and then him, and then he starts going on with him, the main character, and Michael start going on like a small little killing spree, right?
Yep.
A small little killing spree together, and we see them working together, and he's like learning from Michael and everything. Michael's like, you see the difference between the way they kill the way they kill like the new kids, like very just frantic and like quickly trying to get stuff done, making rookie mistakes, and Michael's just like hiding, popping out, knowing like, I got you, bitch. It's you see the set of skills very different.
Yeah, while as the new kid, he's just making it quick to the point that no one will notice. Michael is just more like patient. He's just more ready. He just wants to make sure that...
Boo, I love you too, boo, boo.
He just wants to make sure that timing is right. And that's what Michael has always done throughout the entire franchise.
I agree. A lot of the movies that Michael does is very like, I wouldn't say clean, but there is a surgicalness to the way he does it, and you kind of see the difference in these two characters. And I like what they were doing, like this apprentice/master thing going on here. It was very interesting. Eventually gets to the point where the main character is kind of like he's losing his shit. You know, he's giving into the darkness in him, and eventually he believes he's got to kill Laurie in order for him and the granddaughter to have a life together. And it starts ramping up to that, you know. He takes Michael's mask and like, bitch, I need your mask. Like, he's like, I'm the master now, kind of attitude going on. Mm-hmm. He takes Michael's mask. He tries to kill Laurie. Laurie's like, fucking, bitch, just caps him twice. And like, they're having this stupid ass fight. And she's all like, come and kill me and try. If Michael couldn't do it, you couldn't do it. Kind of like this whole shit going on. Until eventually Laurie's granddaughter is coming to the house. And he's all like, if I can't have her, then no one can. He just straight up stab himself. And it makes it look like Laurie killed her lover. Like the granddaughter's lover. And I was like, okay, I'm sad this guy's dead. But I like the setup of this. Like, I like where it's going. Until the granddaughter's like blaming Laurie, runs out, and then I'm kind of like wondering what's gonna happen next. Until Michael actually comes back in the house, grabs his mask, and he's like, "I'm gonna finish Laurie off for good." And while he's grabbing his mask, our main character comes back like trying to fight Michael again. I was like, "Yeah, come on, please, come on, let him live." Until Michael just snaps his neck, and that's it. I'm like, "Really? So this is where we're going with this?"
Yeah, in all honesty, when I expected of ends, I was expecting more like a new type of beginning. A different type of serial killer that would be a pinnacle of fear.
I wasn't expecting like a Michael 2.0, but I was expecting like this new killer to create his own killer identity and continue the terror that Michael's always done every Halloween, which would have been interesting. I really wanted to go that route because that's what it seemed like it was going. It really seemed like it was going that route. But yeah, then Michael and Laurie have this big like fucking brawl fest. Like they're throwing punches at each other, throwing everything at each other, and it's very emotional because they're really going at each other until eventually Lori somehow wins, and it's not a bullshit fight winning. Like you truly believe it. She's throwing everything she can at this man. And usually we've seen people fight Michael and like they're in tip top shape, but this Michael is like he's barely hanging on.
Yep, he's old.
He looks horrible, bro. Like I think the only reason he's going on is because his new kid gave him like some newfound strength to push forward.
Yep.
But other than that, no, he looks horrible. He looks like in a bad state, and I could believe why Lori was winning this because she was at least in a good enough shape for this fight, while Michael was just barely hanging on. And they eventually do it. They eventually win the fight. But here's the thing is, the granddaughter comes back and helps her. They kill Michael. That is in. And they do like this commemorative way of sending off Michael. They tie Michael's body on top of the fucking car. They drive to like this junkyard, like you know where like in junkyards they have like this thing like the shreds cars and everything. They put Michael's body in, and like the whole town is coming to watch this, like the whole goddamn town, and they completely shred it.
Yep.
Well, I'm like, okay, it's over. I guess it's over now, yeah. And it kind of ends with like this whole thing where Lori says, "Evil never dies; it just changes shape." And I was kind of hoping they would go to a glimpse of showing that the main character, what was his name, Corey?
Yeah.
Corey, sorry, it was Corey who would actually come back. And I was like, it didn't do that. And so I was kind of hoping two paths for that, but either Corey would become a new type of killer or Lori's granddaughter would do the same thing also. I was like hoping these two paths are going because it kind of seemed like what they were leaning to was like Corey and Lori's granddaughter were kind of like the two, almost like two peas in a pod. They both had that darkness in them. And I think Corey was like slowly bringing it out. But it didn't, it felt like there was a lot of this build up and they didn't pay it off in the end.
Yeah.
So I kind of have to agree with you. The beginning part was useless if it wasn't a big payoff because I said, Corey dies. He just fucking died. He killed himself and then Michael fucking kills him. Like, that's it?
Yep.
Like you were building up an actual potential character for what? Like just a love interest? This is where I'm getting a little bit annoyed. I said, the movie's still good to watch, but that beginning part just felt useless then. The whole love interest, the whole build-up of this character that we actually got to know and understand, it's like, why? What was the point?
Yep.
But other than that, definitely watch it. Do you have a rating for it? Because I still haven't developed a rating.
I would give it a, if it didn't have the slow part in the beginning, a 9.5 out of 10.
9.5 out of 10?
Yep.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Shit. I don't have a rating yet. All I can say is yes, watch it.
But given the fact that it had that sort of slow development and kind of like a bit of the unnecessary things, I would at least downgrade it to at least a 8.7 out of 10.
Damn, he's got that little point too. I love it. But no, I get it. Okay. No, as I said, the movie wasn't bad, but for me, I would say if I had to give an actual rating, a 7 or 6. It was above average, but it was lacking because you just said the beginning was slow, and I didn't mind the slow beginning if the payoff at the end was worth it, which to me did not feel worth it. And if it did, I would have given an 8 out of 10 more, mostly because I expected more kills and deaths.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's how it was.
Oh my god, and I forgot. There was one scene where we see Corey basically donning the Michael's mask and he's killing the teenagers. He's fucking killing those fucking band geeks. I love it. It was perfect. But he gets a blowtorch and blowtorches someone's face and mouth. But we don't really see it other than like peripheral vision blotted out shit.
Yep. But we do get to see that radio guy
get his face bashed and he's like, and the Corey's like, I'm gonna cut off your tongue. I'm like, okay, I like that little finish touch.
And yet it showed that, but we were sadly disappointed by not showing the face.
I was like, come on, bro, show the torch mouth thing. Come on, that's actually pretty cool. But and actually, they cut away from the girl getting slammed with the wrench also.
Oh, yep.
So it just felt, I wouldn't even give this an R, would it? the movie is like barely going into an R because it cuts away a lot of like the goriness
Yeah.
that you would expect from an actual Halloween movie. Like I've seen a lot of the old ones, like they're fucking gory. Like Michael goes fucking ape shit sometimes.
Yep, and given the fact that most of them, well, the majority of them are always at the R range, this one just feels like at first a PG-13 working up to a rated R movie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. But as I said, still recommend watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't expect the high gore shit that you're used to watching.
Yep.
Other than that, anything else you would like to add that I missed?
Nope, you basically brought up everything else.
All right, but I love you guys. You all have a beautiful day.
Love others, respect one another, and don't be a dick.
Bye.